How did your range officer's rule violation almost end multiple careers? Rifle qualification day at the range. Staff Sergeant Cody Lansing was our range officer. Good guy, but obsessed with efficiency. We had 80 soldiers waiting to qualify. Weather forecast showed rain in 2 hours. Standard procedure meant we'd never finish in time. Lansing made a call. We're running 2 firing lines simultaneously. Left side and right side. Cut the time in half. My buddy Wade questioned it. Isn't that against protocol? Lansing brushed him off. I've run ranges for 8 years. Trust me. So we split into 2 groups. 40 soldiers on each side firing at the same time. Lansing moved between both lines trying to supervise everything. It worked fine for 30 minutes. Everyone was qualifying faster than expected. Then Sergeant Felix Ortiz on the left side shouted, "Cease fire! Weapon malfunction!" His group stopped shooting and started clearing their weapons. Standard procedure during a malfunction. But Lansing forgot to stop the right side. They kept firing while soldiers from the left group were standing up and moving around. I watched Private Trevor Hicks from the left side walk toward the targets while the right side was still shooting. He couldn't hear the commands clearly, thought the entire range had ceased fire. Felix saw it happening, started sprinting and screaming, "Stop firing! Cease fire on both lines!" Lansing realized his mistake, physically grabbed shooters on the right side and pulled them back. Everything stopped. Dead silence. Trevor stood there frozen, maybe 20 feet from an active firing line. Felix pulled him to safety. "You almost died just now. You understand that?" The base safety officer showed up minutes later. Colonel Brennan Wolf, looking ready to destroy careers. "Who authorized split firing lines without separate range officers?" His voice was ice. Lansing stepped forward. "I did, sir. My decision." Wolf's face was stone. "You ran concurrent lines without proper oversight? That violates every safety regulation we have." Then Wolf addressed all of us. "Every soldier here is a witness to a serious violation. This investigation could delay all your deployments. You'll all be interviewed." My stomach dropped. This wasn't just Lansing's problem anymore. Trevor spoke up, voice shaking. "Sir, I walked out. That's my fault." Wolf shook his head. "You followed what you thought was a ceasefire. This isn't on you." Wade added, "I questioned it beforehand, sir. Lansing assured us it was safe. We trusted his experience." Wolf took notes while the rain started falling. Finally, he said, "Lansing, you're done as range officer. Permanently. Article 15 minimum." Lansing nodded. "Understood, sir. But I'm not launching a full investigation. Everyone here acted in good faith. You trusted your range officer like you should. That's not your fault." Lansing got his Article 15 2 weeks later. Lost a rank, extra duty for 45 days, but kept his job. 6 months later in Iraq, our base took mortar fire. Trevor was driving a supply truck when he saw 3 soldiers caught in the open. Instead of taking cover, he drove between them and the incoming rounds. Used his truck as a shield until they reached safety. All 3 lived. Trevor got a Bronze Star. At the ceremony, Lansing stood in the back watching. Afterward, he approached Trevor. "That was incredibly brave," Lansing said. Trevor looked at him. "You taught me something that day on the range. Good people make bad decisions under pressure. Doesn't mean they're bad people." He shook Lansing's hand. "Thanks for taking responsibility instead of throwing us under. That took guts." Lansing retired 2 years later. Now teaches range safety at civilian shooting courses. Uses his own mistake as the main example of what not to do. Says that near miss saved more lives than any successful range day he ever ran.